So, hello. Have you ever hit a governor limit due to the bulk operation of the DMLs or the callouts or some mixed YAML issues while coding in the Apex language? So, here the solution. Salesforce provide a future methods which runs in the background besides the current synchronous transactions where you can resolve resolve out these issues. So which I will show in this upcoming videos. So the basic structure of declaring a future method is add a future annotations above your methods. So let's go to the demo part. Before that, you have to keep in mind that the future methods doesn't have a return type, so it will always have a void return type. And in the parameters it can be empty or can only takes the primitive data types. For example, the collections of primitive data types, string, integer, and all that. So here the first example is for the mixed DMLs. Here you can see that I am performing the DML on the account object and also creating a user in the same transactions. So I have comment out this method. So this is a normal method for now. So let me execute it. So it will throw the error. Yeah, here we can see that mixed DML operations exception is occurred here. So this issue is resolved with the help of future method. I had made this method where I am creating a user as a future method. So now this creation of the user will be done in the background besides the main transactions. So on executing this, yeah, so here you can see that my future method is also executed. So this is how we can solve the mixed DML operations with the help of future method. Another example is of the callouts, like we cannot use the callouts in the current synchronous process. Here you can see that I have created a method, a normal method where the callout is performed. This method can only be used through the LWC or the visual force. If I want to use this in my triggers or any background process, it will throw the error. So let me show you. I have added count triggers on the account object in the before update event. I am calling my callout service. So let's update some account. So here I am updating the rating fields of this account. So on the save, it will execute my trigger and I will get the error. So my before update trigger is executed. So let me show you the exceptions. So here you can see the Apex callout exceptions is occurred. Callouts from triggers are currently not supported. This is same when I used any background process also. So for resolving this, we can also use the future method. We can add an extra callout is equal to true to perform the callouts in the future method. So let me save it. So now when I update my account, so here you can see that my future method is executed. we can see that it's printed the response of the callouts. So these are the benefits of using the future method, where you want to perform any operations in the background besides the current synchronous process. And always keep in mind that this method doesn't return any response. This future method doesn't return any response. So you have to perform only those tasks in this future method where you want to just perform that operation. Doesn't have any other chaining process which is based on this future method. There are some limitations also for this future method, like we cannot call one future method from the another future method. For example, if I call my another future method from this trigger, it will throw the exceptions. So let me update the field again. Yeah, so here you can see that an error occurred in the future methods. You cannot call the future method from another future method. So this error will also occurred for the batch method also. You cannot call future method from the batch queries also. And from a current synchronous transaction, you can only call up to a 50 future methods. So these are the limits of the future methods. Like I said, that it's only supports the primitive data types in the parameters, so you can't pass the S objects and the other custom objects in the parameters. The main reason behind it that if you pass an S object with some values and somehow those S object is updated from the other operations and you perform some update in your future methods, then it will going to updates the old values, means your future method is going to override the earlier updated methods. So to solve these types of occurrence, future method doesn't support the S object and the custom objects in the parameter. So these are all about the future methods. Next video I will create on the batch apex of the asynchronous part of the apex. Thank you.